We're
Yo.
live. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. How's it going, dude?
How are you?
Good, good. I'm about halfway through my carafe of bulletproof coffee this morning. And we're giving away some copies of My First List, baby. All right, so here's what's going on, everybody. We're going to jump right into
Wake
it. How
up.
to win a copy of My First List. I did not plan this, but let's show this to you. Okay. Boom. Look at that handsome fella. Look at that guy right there. Okay. The exact step-by-step system to quickly and easily build a profitable list. Okay, now this is one, it wasn't my first product online, but it's the first product that I created online that made bank. Okay. It's the first thing that I created that I sold myself, was sold through my company, and it really made money. And back in the day, My First List, I was living in this little apartment on Terrace Street and next to a funeral home. And I had this, like, I was sitting in there. I started the business in that apartment. And one of my roommates, our roommates slowly moved out over time as like the business took over the entire apartment. And my office was turned in one of the roommates' old bedrooms. And so I had my own office. And I was like playing solitaire one night instead of working, and like distracting myself. And I needed to make some money. And I didn't really have any plans for the weekend. And it was like a Friday night. And I was like, that's what I need to do. Everybody's been asking how to build an email list from scratch, and there's nothing out there. There's nobody out there that's teaching how to build an email list from scratch. And so, wow, that's a pretty good title, actually. So I was like, My First List. And what happened was I quickly jotted down the 9 laws of list building as I understood them. Like, what are the 9 key components, the 9 key things that you need to have in place in order to build a profitable email list. I was in my late 20s, and we wrote I wrote a 5-minute sales page. I slapped it up on I slapped it up on one shopping cart order form. Back then we called that top HTML. And we did a top HTML ultra short sales letter. And I dredged that up the other day. I have it on my computer. It's pretty awesome. And I put it up for sale that night. And I was like, how am I going to do this? And this is before streaming video existed. And it was before we met, right?
Yep.
Like, My First List already existed when we met, right? And so what ended up happening was super cool because, well, you know what? I'm not going to tell the rest of the story just yet. I'm going to tell people how they can win a copy of My First List. So in the description, you guys should be able to see this. There are 4 things you've got to do in order to win a copy of My First List. So a copy of My First List is a digital copy. You're going to get 3 MP3 files and 3 outdated PDFs. Okay. They're full of broken links and unactionable action steps with software that often doesn't exist anymore. That's the downside. The upshot is that all of those links and software recommendations have been replaced with better things in the real world that you're probably already familiar with if you're in this group, if you're following me with email marketing and so on. However, I do want to encourage you, if you're a member of the Art of Email Marketing, our Facebook group, then that's probably where you're watching this. But if you're not, you should go join. And it's free to join. And if you have questions, if you end up winning a copy of My First List and you have any questions about how to implement like a step, because this is around like 2005. Okay. How to implement an outdated step. Just ask me the question and I will tell you the answer inside of the Facebook group. Totally valid question. But the principles of My First List are completely timeless. And we ended up selling over 250,000 copies of My First List and its successor, Send Email, Make Money, which was the same thing. It was just an updated version in video form. So if you want to win yourself a copy of this legacy course, again, it's legacy, it's legendary, it's awesome, it's useful, but it's outdated, right? And what's outdated about it aren't the principles, it's the links, right? The way that you do your market research, or the type of web host we encourage you to use. The links in the PDF and that I give out in the audios from 2005 don't work anymore, right? At some point, we'll probably update it. But in the meantime, if you want to win yourself a copy of My First List, the first thing you have to do is you have to like or love or have a emotional response to this video down below. Number 2 is you've got to share this video. Okay, you've got to share it. Number 3 is in the comments, I want you to type in all caps, My First List. Okay, and that way we'll be able to spot you, and type My First List in all caps in the comments. And number 4 is send me a private message that asks if you're one of the first 99 people to enter to win. If you're one of the first 99 people that completes those 4 steps, then you absolutely 100% can and should win one of those first 99 copies. I will get we'll chat in Messenger, and then I'll create you an account where you'll be able to access the legacy and legendary Will Horton. What's up, Will? Will's a hypnotist. I've known him since before I was an internet marketer. Actually, we met at the National Guild of Hypnotists convention decades ago. Will Horton. We have an anonymous Facebook user saying, "What's up, boys?" Brian, you want to show the world one of your mini brands?
We got some mini foods and some mini toys. Here's a fun one. This is Oscar Mayer wieners.
Right. How's there for you.
And we got some toys,
Brian.
too.
It looks excellent.
He-Man?
Mini He-Man.
Mini He-Man.
Oh, it's Kyle Battis. Sorry, dude. We can't see your name. We're in StreamYard, and we can't see your name. Kyle Battis, man. I think
Kyle.
I believe my very first info product was with Kyle Battis, and it was called the 5 Keys to Permanent Fat Loss. Kyle, I want to interview you in this group, if you're down, about how email marketing and building an email list changed your life, right? But before the idea of building a list existed, and what happened to you after, and how it has impacted your life since. You're one of the people on my historical lifelong list building success hit list. And Kyle says, yes, dude, do you want to do that? Oh crap. We can't do it right now. I would do it right now, but in 2 minutes I have a call to talk to somebody about Email Empire. So what?
It's a 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. It's 1 minute now. So, cool. So guys, yeah, if you want to win a copy of this legendary course, we sold like over 200,000 copies of versions of this. And all right, Kyle, that sounds awesome. I'm going to give the first 99 people that like or love the video, share the video, comment below My First List in all caps, and then send me a private message saying, was I one of the first 99 people to enter to win My First List? If you do all those things, you will have this before the end of the day. And that'll be awesome. Believe me, you will be inspired, amazed, bewildered, astonished. It'll be literally the best day of your life. So wouldn't you agree, Brian?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, Brian, before we shut down this broadcast. You said, didn't you say that you uncovered like a monumental digital archive of ancient Overcome Everything marketing?
We'll have to see what's in there. I know I found a folder, but I don't know if the products are there. It might just be the sales materials, but there's something.
Either way, would you dig into that for me? We should talk about that pronto. There's a lot we could do with that depending on what's there.
Absolutely.
Boom. All right, rock and roll. Can't wait. All right, everybody. Hope you have a great day. If you have any questions about email marketing, list building, or how to really make it in the long term online, ask them in the comments below. We happily address your questions. In the meantime, you know your instructions. We've given to you twice on this video, and they're written in the description. If you want to win yourself a copy of My First List, it's up to you. All right. Thanks, Brian. Have a great day. We'll talk to y'all soon. Toodaloo.